everyone, and welcome back to Hero Club Live and another session of Pair of Socks Lost. This is Hero Club, and if you don't know us, well, this is not our main thing. Our main thing on Hero Club is our podcast, where we take our tabletop role-playing sessions that we record live around a table, we edit them down with sound effects and music into these very tight, quick audio anthologies of all different kinds of genres: westerns, sci-fi, toys, saving Christmas. I haven't said that one yet, so we're gonna say that one again. Toys saving Christmas. Different kinds of Christmas seasons. We have so many different kinds of seasons. Please join us, have some fun. But here on Hero Club Live, we just sit around having some fun, rolling dice, playing some D&D. I will explain what Pair of Socks Lost is. Pair of Socks Lost is in a minute. I am Dylan McCullum. I will be your dungeon master. But let's meet the players around the table. Let's start with our friend John. John, please tell us who you're playing and whatever else you want to say.
Hello, my name is John. I play Tone, who is a chef, artificer, and a level in a new class now. And I'm boring. Marty's yawning.
I'm so sorry. I'm just exhausted because
No, take your turn. I'm sorry. What's my fact? My middle name is Foster, I guess.
Does that have something to do with the yawning, Foster?
Well,
you didn't have to get up and leave.
I guess we'll go now to Marty, so that Marty, you can tell us who you're playing, who you are, and
it better be good.
Explain yourself.
It better be
for your
damn
transgressions.
Good. I actually feel bad. The yawning had nothing to do with John. I just am tired. I'm always tired. I just haven't gotten the Post Malone Always Tired tattoo on my face yet. I play Golzog Intestine Scarf, the orc, who is a monk on paper, and really he's just a punchy boy. And I took another level in monk. I'm keeping that going.
Yeah. There's a lot of level ups that we will, next time we play, will be very clear in the naming conventions of our players. I'll tell you right now, these name tags are going to start getting full. These name tags
I'm not above multi-classing. I just didn't this time. It might happen. Yeah.
Next up, we got Jasmine. Jasmine, who are you playing? And tell us anything else you want to say.
Hi, I am playing Zara. She's a halfling rogue fighter. And my middle name's Christina. So there's my fact that matches up with John's.
Your real middle name is Christina?
Yes.
Or Zara's middle name?
No, my name.
We don't even know Zara's last name. Why would why would we get Zara's middle name first?
We don't know Jasmine's last name either.
Strong. We've never known. And last but certainly not least, Natasha. Natasha, please tell us who you're playing and, anything wrong with those.
Oh my gosh. I'm playing Princess Griselda Calzini, who is a paladin elf, and she's druid. And she's a level 4. And I actually do not have a middle name.
Neither do I.
I asked the chat to please name my middle name tonight. And Marty, you can join me if you'd like.
No, thank you. My last name is a hyphenated name. I have too many last names. I don't need another name to keep track of.
That's a big responsibility, chat. But I know you can do it.
I've given you a side quest.
I know you can do it. We have until around 9-ish for you to get Natasha a middle name.
Please
do it.
Thank you.
I am, like I said, Dylan McCullum. I will be your dungeon master for this evening. My middle name is James. That is true. It's Dylan James McCullum.
We've known each other for like 15 years.
And you for sure have heard that.
I forgot it immediately. That didn't think of you as a middle name type of guy. I never do. I never think of anybody
Well,
as
it's because
having
you
a
don't have one.
Yeah, I know. Why would I assume anyone's had an experience different from me?
Exactly. As you can tell, our good friend Hannah is not with us. She's doing fine. She's on a trip. We're jealous of her. She should not be jealous of us right
Yeah.
now. But I will
100%.
make sure to give her a run for her money. I'm going to give away so many fun magic items. They're going to learn so many things that Hannah wishes she was here for. I'm going to make Hannah so jealous. No, we miss you, Hannah. Can't wait until you're back. But we move forward. Luckily, as we all know from Marabella's sunken eyes, Marabella's a tired girl and needs her rest all the time. She's got trauma and is always falling asleep for no reason. And that's just going to keep happening all throughout this campaign, I guess. But this is PairOfSocks Lost. PairOfSocks Lost is an adventure based off of the 5e adventure book Wild Beyond the Witchlight. I say based, it was very heavily based, and now it's off the rails, baby. Now it's 100% this guy's stupid brain just making some stuff up and making these people go through it. So the references
Terrified.
abound. It is a very heavily inspired by Phantom Tollbooth, Alice in Wonderland, Narnia, all of those fun books that we read, and I couldn't get out of my brain, and so now I have mashed them up, regurgitated them back into my players' mouths like the mama bird that I am, and they will receive it. And if they don't get to play. And that's how we run things here. So, let's transition into our recap, shall we?
One last thing.
Yes.
Jasmine's initials are the same as the abbreviation for Jewish Community Center. Your name could be Jasmine Community Center.
It
JCC.
could be.
Okay.
Also, without my middle name, it's also very religious. It's Jesus Christ.
Oh, sure. Anyway, now that important thing's out of the way, go ahead, Dill.
I don't know how to recover from that.
I'm sorry.
All right. Last we left off, our party found themselves in the heat of a game of capture the flag. Teleporters, walls being broken down, enlarging, reducing, wives and husbands, fire, and at the end, a flag. Captured. And by a flag, I mean the bodies of their opponents. All dead, save for one, who I'm sure we will never see again.
Oh, we should have killed her.
I'm sure we will never see that traumatized druid ever again. Why would we? It would narratively make no sense.
Oh.
Huh. Interesting. Anyway. Our party won the day. With Sir Talavar having done virtually nothing. As usual. Some things never change. The cat seemed very pleased to have played a game with Zara. Husband and wife said goodbye to the party, having extolled a very random treatise on and philosophy on the world of imagination and what they are and what real is and what real isn't. They said goodbye as they watched their world disappear, and the party found themselves back where they began, in the tollway. The large tree with docks surrounding it, owned, or at least occupied, by Agadon Longscarf and his band of brigands, who said it might be time for them to have a chat. Marabella Graveneye had just found a magic item within a magic item. The Spade of Aces within the Ace of Spades. This dark, silken, small shovel, glistening like an oil slick in her hand. And what is an all too familiar sight. A sudden sleep falls upon Marabella. Almost instantly. Falling to the ground beside you.
Oh, not again.
Does she have low blood sugar?
I think she just has trauma.
What do you mean, not again? Has this happened before?
You've seen her, like, she got very tired and started falling on things at, Mama's house.
Oh,
Remember
okay.
we didn't bring her back into the portal with us? And Dillis gave us...
I'm thinking about it. You know, for most orcs, I try not to get hit in the head too much, but I'm not immune from it. So, apologies. For getting, fuzzy. But yes, I remember that.
Well, let's put her on Sierra.
Yeah, you do see Sierra untouched, just kind of sitting there. The way that it's set up is that you're kind of all at the docks surrounding this stump. Agaddon has a whole like retinue of people, but they have a few of the two dead rabbits covered.
That we killed?
Yeah, that you killed. Well,
okay.
that Zara killed. And they're all just
That's
standing
our
there.
murderer.
And you see Agaddon, well, first you see Sierra kind of slowly trail up to you, bow her head towards you, Griselda, and you can you feel this sense of that there was worry there. Like, there's a sense of, like, I was worried about you.
Oh, no. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to cast Speak with Animals.
Are you now?
Yeah, because I
Okay.
love Sierra. So
Sierra sees you and goes, my friend, my lady, you were gone, but for a few moments. But in that time, I did not know if I was going to suffer the same fate once again. Being used as a pack snail for these idiot rabbits. It is good to see you again.
it is good to see you. And if I could smile, I would. Because you really are one of the most important animals to me. You too, Ladybug. But
Ladybug
I
just
just
goes,
want you to know
that was crazy! What the hell was all of that? You were a pig, I was a tiny pig on top of the pig, you were a big pig, and then there was a tiny pig, and then there was and then we killed the soul of many of the people there.
That's why we couldn't have you there, Sierra. It was crazy. But just know I would never leave you. And if we ever did somehow get separated, I would come back to find you.
I have so many to reclaim. A home. Allies. Allies.
Right, Ladybug? Allies.
I I do not like this. I do not like this. This is not good for me. I did not like that game. I did not like the cat that had no face in any conceivable location. I did not like that it seemed like everyone was mad. I did not like that you got a new tattoo without consulting me first. I did not like any of this.
Ladybug, why would I consult you about my new tattoo? And to everyone else, this just sounds like oink, 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 oink,
yeah, it's just
oink,
oink, oink. What? Why wouldn't you consult me about the tattoo? Are we not the best of friends?
It's my body. We are. Well, do you like my tattoo?
No.
I can't. She's lying to me. I know she's lying to me.
She's lying to you.
No role necessary.
She's lying to you. Ladybug's lying to you.
Well, good. Don't tell Dad, okay? It's just our secret.
All right.
And if you want one, we can talk about it.
All right. I just need to calm down. It was very crazy in there.
Grisella starts making some mud pies.
You just see, across the way, just Longscarf, just. I know this may sound odd coming from me, but is your friend all right? Not the one oinking over there, but the one that just fell down. And again, this rabbit. So all the other rabbits have seemed like. I'll just say it plainly. They've seemed like losers. Like all the other rabbits seem like losers. This one, cool.
It's like a real stay them.
Yeah, this rabbit like has this like truly like this like scarf like wrapped around this blue like this azure blue scarf blowing in the wind almost constantly, like, and it's basically like double the length of his body, just like blowing in the wind behind him. Just like this hair like built for speed, and he's just sitting there like with a twig in his mouth, just like picking at his teeth. It's like, is your friend all right?
Golzog looks over at where he's pointing. Oh, God! Yeah, I think she's fine. And he's going to scoop Mirabella up and put her on Sierra.
Can I do an insight check on Longscarf to just see like what his vibe is? Is he worried? Is he surprised?
Yeah.
Is he...
Yeah, make an insight check.
Sorry, my dice are stuck. Okay. Oh, okay. I get to reroll. Dirty 20?
Unbelievable. Yeah.
That's wild.
That's absolutely insane. Yeah, so he looks like he's with a dirty 20. Ooh, with a dirty 20, let me see. Okay, with a dirty 20, he looks like he's putting on a brave face for his group. But clearly he's shaken a little. You know that there's a reason he must be talking to you instead of attacking you right now.
Yeah.
And it's not, and you can tell with a dirty 20, it's not because he thinks he has the upper hand.
Is he shaken because he knows what happened, or is he shaken because he's like surprised?
With a dirty 20, he seems more. He doesn't seem surprised by anything. Like, he doesn't seem like doesn't know what's going on. He seems like he's actually kind of in the know. Like, he doesn't seem surprised, but he does seem just like, I don't know, it's a mix of both. It is a weird mix of both. There's like a little bit of like, yeah, with a dirty 20, it's hard to say. exactly. It looks like there's some part of him that he's surprised about something, but not everything. I know that sounds crazy, but it's just like, for you, it's important to know that it's like he's, it seems like he, based off of what happened during the fight, he knew who the cat was. I think you might be able to gather with a dirty 20.
Like he's surprised we survived, kind of?
With a dirty 20, yeah, you might be able to glean that. Potentially, yeah.
Alright, what's your deal? Why do you want to talk now? I could shoot you right here. Unless you can give me some information.
Zara, don't shoot them. They're not trying to hurt us right now.
All right.
No.
Yes?
No, I'm good. Sorry, I was going to respond to Mario though.
All right. It seems like we got off on the wrong foot here, and so I'd like to try to explain myself and I don't want any more bloodshed, and I'm not going to pretend like what we were trying to do was altruistic, alright? But I don't want you as an enemy, clearly, in more ways than one now. I underestimated your importance. Apparently.
My importance?
Yeah.
Or are you talking about Princess over here?
He flits back and forth between you and Griselda. And he goes, right, fuck. That is also not something that any of you bothered to tell me. And you see, someone's just like, sorry, we didn't really have time to. No, it's. Not so much the princess. More so much you. But it is rather shitty for me that I stepped in it in two ways. Put it this way. You are a problem. You, and he points to Griselda, are an inconvenience.
All right, you're clearly trying to get at something, and if you're done speaking in code, let's just talk clearly to one another. What do you mean by a problem? What do you mean by important? What do you mean by all of it?
Make a persuasion check.
Oh no.
And I'm helping her. Can I help her?
Make it with advantage, yeah. Sure.
Okay. Oh, 9.
9? Okay.
Yeah.
Close. That would be moving into the realm of a deal. And I think you all at least understand that deals in this world are binding. So, calling for a truce, talking it out, simple. Giving you more information than may be needed before we understand each other, I don't know. But at the very least, I understand that you don't like me talking in code. The problem is, it's not really so much code, other than the fact that you're just ignorant of everything about this world. Clearly, you have had a pretty shitty guide. And he just points to Sir Talavar in the cage. Is anyone going to let me out of the cage with the key that you have now? Anyone gonna do it?
Oh, yeah!
Anyone gonna fulfill... Is anyone going to fulfill their deal with Sir Talavar?
Who has the key?
It would be Zara who has the key.
You want to do it, or...
I hand the key to Golzog to just sort of keep my eyes on Longscarf.
Golzog lets him out right away.
Okay.
As per the deal.
Golzog, you go... You put the key in, and it goes and it fits into this lock perfectly. And all of a sudden, this golden cage just kind of like flowers open, like, and flowers open like.
Ooh, from the top.
From the top down, and you see Sir Talavar like stretching his body, and there's a moment where you're certain Sir Talavar is gonna grow to full size. So Talavar is just like there's like a mist of smoke that comes off, and Sir Talavar's like, yes, freedom at last! And you were like, oh, here it is, finally we're gonna see Sir Talavar in his true form, and he's just as tiny as always.
Yeah, it's great!
Oh! Finally! Oh, finally! Oh, wonderful! Oh, it's so good to see you. Oh, let me shake your hand, Golzog.
Golzog
a little tiny hand goes right into yours.
Like, nervous about crushing him, Golzog extends like a hand and like kinda has a finger up in case he wants to shake just the finger.
I will say, you do, when you feel the grip, it's a strong grip. There's like a grip there.
Oh, great. It's like Disney physics.
Yeah.
When a little guy is excited to shake a big guy's hand.
Yeah. So, all right. And
aren't you supposed
also,
to grow bigger?
What was that? What did you say?
I said, aren't you supposed to grow bigger?
Or
was that another lie that you told us?
I never said I would grow bigger. I said that my power was being stifled in here. You all had the presupposition that power meant big. That's your fault. That's your fault. That's your thing. That's a thing that you thought of. That's a thing that you have. You should go and think about your problem. Because I never said that. You thought it. You thought that.
What does Ladybug think about this?
Ladybug is just like... Ladybug... Well, how... The spell lasts for like 10 minutes, yeah, so Ladybug's just like... I mean, clearly he really hates the fact that he is tiny, and because he is really hammering this point home. Right? I mean, we all can hear it. We can hear the fact that he is like, he keeps saying, like, and while Ladybug's saying that, he just keeps going, think about that a little bit more. Think about how you thought that a tiny creature was not powerful. Think about that a little bit. Are you thinking about it? Think about that.
You tired yet?
Oh.
Can we put him back in the cage?
Hey, I don't even know you. I don't
know you.
man.
Oh.
You don't know
I don't know
me.
you.
I don't know you. I don't even know
I don't know you.
I don't know you.
I don't know you.
I turn back to Longscarf. Okay, well, can you be a better guide than this guy? I mean, the bar is not very high, but
he just goes like,
Oh my god.
Longscarf says, yeah, I could be, but I guess I'm not much of a guide, but I can at least tell you what's what in this place. You. And he's talking to Sir Talavar. You got the stink of the Sealy Court about you. Is it right? Yes, that's right. I am Sir Talavar of the Sealy Court, and I'm going to report back to the Sealy Court, to the Queen, and I'm going to tell them what absolute nonsense has happened here. And he's... No, actually, yeah, that would be wonderful. Actually. Are you actually going to do that? Because, like, can you actually leave this place? I believe I can, yes! I'm Sir Talavar, and I'm very powerful, and I can leave whenever I damn well please. Alright. Please do that, because we need as much help as we can get, and not many of us can leave here, so if you can, do that, please. Well, I'm going to leave. Alright, I had one last thing, and then our deal is done. And then he kind of flutters up to you, Zara. I know that even after all is said and done, we're really good friends. I get it. We all love ribbing each other. That's what friendship is. So, I know that you're all gonna miss me so much. And I know you most of all are going to miss my razor-sharp wit, Zara.
Yeah. Also, there was a sword as part of the deal.
I'm getting to that! Can I, for one goddamn second, can I say a thing? Can I say the thing that I have had so long to think about what I was going to say in the cage, and you just undermine me. You undermine me. See, but that's why I love you, Zara. Because we're friends. And so, I've been thinking a lot about this sword. And he pulls out, like, the tiny little sword. Goes, this shall serve you well, for it is Sir Talavar's wit. And, like, this fairy breath of, like, sparkles and pink mist goes all across the blade. And it's this, like, tiny little thing. It would just be like a dagger in your hands. But then all of a sudden, it grows and gets reforged into this, like, pink... into like a dull pink blade, rapier, a golden handle, on which is like essentially like almost like a ship's mast like bust, like is in the handle of like Sir Talavar, like doing a big thumbs up is like this, and it's a rapier. And I thought I had been able to homebrew it perfectly, but I hadn't.
Sweet. Which one of us gets it?
It's a rapier called Sir Talavar's Wit. It's a +1 rapier. So it's +1. It's a magic rapier. It also has the ability. So it's just like a +1 rapier. So add that to your inventory, and it also gives you the ability to cast silvery barbs once a day. So once per long rest.
Silvery barbs?
Silvery Barbs. It's a very powerful spell, and it will fuck my shit right up.
Oh, some people ban it from their table?
Yes, some people ban it from the table.
Oh shit! Where did we hear that? Who did you look
I
it
think
up?
Natasha looked up what the spell is, and then that's the first thing that came up.
Yeah. Cool. What the heck? That's so cool.
And so Talabar just goes, all right. So, I'm going to go back to the Sealy Court and report back, and we're going to wage war on this place. Does anyone have anything fun to say to me? Anyone want to say anything before I leave?
Why don't you stay the night before you go?
Why would I do that?
But have some dinner with us around the fire before you head off.
Sir Talavar? I'd like to say something. This is Tone Zazuru, who you haven't met yet. He is our friend.
I've been inside his shell. I've met him. I just
Okay.
don't know
Welcome.
him.
Well, he's a great
Then
cook.
why are you being mean? He protected you.
And it didn't. Did you notice that it didn't smell in there? It's because I have very good hygiene.
And, I wasn't done. The other thing I was going to say was that I appreciate you, and you're a strong flavor, and it's one that I enjoy. So, thank you for all your help during our entry into the Feywild, Sir Talavar.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Oh no. First one's bad. 19.
19.
Okay.
So Talavar just kind of goes, I'll stay for dinner if you want me so bad. You're practically begging me to stay. Fine, I'll stay for dinner. But you all seem like you need to do some stuff. So I'm gonna go over here and just fly around a little bit. Stretch my wings. You go and deal with whatever you need to deal with. I am so happy that I don't have to answer any of your stupid questions anymore. Satalavar! And Satalavar just starts flying up into the air.
He's incredible. Is what Golzog thinks to himself / says under his breath as he watches the tiny dragon fly away.
And Agadon just goes, yeah, he's from the Sealy Court. We're not all like that, the Fae, so.
Is he still talking to Zara?
He's talking to all of you.
Oh,
He's not talking specifically to just Zara the entire time. Any of you can talk to him. You know, he's addressing you as a group.
okay. What do you mean we're not all like that?
I just mean, look, I haven't formally introduced myself. My name is Agadon Longscarf. And, I was born here in Prismere, and I have never been able to leave Prismere. Could say I was born and bred in captivity. I just mean that the Fae outside this place, they have a very different outlook on life. Full of whimsy in their hearts. I, on the other hand, am not so whimsical. Anyway.
I totally understand that, man. I come from a culture that's not super whimsical, and I maybe am a little more whimsical, or at least a little more artistic, and if I dare say, sensitive. So I understand feeling like a fish out of water in your own home. Is there anything I can do?
How about simple fey deal before we go any further?
We're listening.
A simple truce, all right? We don't go after you.
That's
You
my
don't go
problem
after
with
us.
all of this. You've been going after us since we got here. So why all of a sudden are we feeling so bad for this handsome rabbit? Didn't they not show up with nets?
Look. Do you want me to apologize? Is that it? And then you hear like someone.
I want to know why.
Someone from behind goes, "Don't apologize. They killed people. They killed a couple."
Self-defense.
From
Was
getting
it?
kidnapped.
And then you just hear one, self-defense of what? They was just hitting you into the muck. And you just see it Agon and goes, shut it! And there's like a little murmuring of like, like just in the background of just like after he said shut it. I'm worried that when I tell you why, you're going to be angry with me. Because as I said, it wasn't altruistic.
I've got a quick question before we go any further.
Yeah.
What does altruistic mean?
It's good.
Oh, okay. Continue explaining.
Do you want me to say it?
Yes. I can't guarantee we won't be mad because that's just how emotions work, but
No, you will be mad. Which is fine. I'm mad at you because you killed my friends. You can be mad at me. Even playing field. We move forward together. You're in Prismere, yeah? But specifically you're in Hither. Did you at least get that far with that one? Did he at least tell you that? Or explain
Did he?
it?
I don't remember if he did or not.
I think he did, yeah.
Okay, cool.
He was able to get he was able to know that, yeah. Well, I'm not from hither. I'm from thither. I was trying to leave Prismere behind. We all were. Things in thither are not fun. And, we've wanted to see outside of these mist-filled walls for many a year. And we thought we might be able to do it, but we ran into the shadows of hither. The youth. Everyone can make an insight or history check.
$16 on insight.
Okay.
14. I really wanted to
15.
get a good one.
What'd you get, Jasmine?
15.
15.
Inside.
John?
8.
8, okay. So anyone above an 11 would be able to tell and also remember, which is actually makes sense for you, John, because you didn't really encounter them as much. You're kind of starting to piece it together, and he says the shadows, and you've seen some weird stuff, but you're looking at Agdon, and even though there's twilight, there's still light, there's torch lights, there's stuff like that. And whenever you see a lot of the rabbits, you've noticed this, they don't cast a shadow.
Hey, Tone, none of these rabbits cast a shadow. Now we all know.
And he says, simple fact is this. It's hard as piss to get through one of the mist walls, okay? It's the borders between hither, thither, and yon. It's hard already. But you can't get past them at all if you don't have your shadow. So essentially, we're stranded, lost at sea.
And do those things have your shadows?
Yes. The youth has them. The youth has them as their playmates or something. We don't quite know exactly what goes on there, but we do know this. The youth likes having people to play with. A lot of people who come in from the mortal realm, they get claimed pretty quickly. Either by one of the others, or they find themselves protected by the here and there. It's a boring place that you mortals made here. You all were, at least we believed, unclaimed, fresh for the picking, bargaining chips that we could trade so we could get our shadows back. That's the truth. We wanted to trade you to the youth for our shadows.
And then what would happen to us?
I don't quite know. And to be very honest, since we're already making each other angry, I didn't much care at the time.
But what if I am a monarch here and outside? You can still just trade?
Well, I literally don't give a shit about if you're a monarch outside of here. Monarch in here, you don't seem to fully understand everything about it. But yes, I could have.
Can we all just talk really quickly before we keep talking to him?
As a group, yeah.
Yeah.
So go ahead, we'll be right here. Take your time.
What's up?
I don't trust him, at least not fully. But I do think he's a better guide than Sir Talavar.
I think that if we can make an airtight deal, we'll be able to trust him insofar as that deal gets us.
I was gonna say, the way the deals work here seem to be pretty ironclad. And I'm from a place where people are trying to kill each other or take each other captive all the time. And the rule of thumb there is to never forgive and immediately destroy your enemies. But when you make a pact with someone, it's a little more airtight. And it seems like if he wanted to attack us, he'd just be attacking us, right?
I think so.
But
I mean, go ahead.
Obviously, we have something or some leverage right now, or he would just trade us.
I think we need to have some very ironclad terms of the deal.
I think we need to know what he wants first. We don't even know what he wants yet. I have a guess as to what he wants, but
Let's not forget that Golzog's eyes flit to Zara, but then he corrects himself from saying Zara to just like, we killed 2 of his people, and he's still trying to apologize and...
he did not apologize. Let's make that clear. He did not apologize.
He did not apologize. He did
definitely
not
did.
apologize.
He did not
He didn't
apologize.
apologize.
He did not apologize.
He didn't apologize.
One of the little rabbits in the back said, "Don't apologize," and he technically never apologized.
I thought he started to say he was sorry, and then the other one was upset with him for saying it.
No, we asked for an apology. The little guy was like, "Don't apologize," and then he never apologized.
Got it. So he
I
hasn't
think
apologized.
maybe he started to apologize, and then maybe the rabbit in the back
Either
said,
way,
no, don't apologize. So maybe he started a little apology. And then
what I
stopped.
mean is,
I don't know. We'll check the VOD at some point.
what I mean is he's
What?
not trying to
What's
kill
that?
us right now. And I know that if I were braver and him, I'd be trying to kill us. So, it's just...
Well, he could be trying to set a trap for us with one of his deals.
He also said something about me being important and how that's a problem for him. So I think there's also a further reason why he's not killing us and making a deal with us instead.
I think we need to sit down with him and have some dinner and eat a really good meal, and then maybe hear the terms of the deal. It's kind of hard to hash this all out on a fucking bridge.
That's true.
Where
So
his
Talavar will be at the
dead
dinner.
friends are over there, and Talavar's annoying the birds.
All right. Well, someone has to keep Talavar. We invited Talavar to this dinner. We got to keep him just like away because he'll just interrupt. Let's get to the bottom of it.
Woohoo! Satana!
Yeah, that's what I want to avoid at dinner. So someone like keep him preoccupied while we deal with Longscarf, get the terms of the deal, figure out what it is he wants, and then we can move on.
Figure out what being a monarch means.
Look, it
in this
feels like there's
place.
almost like a second language you guys are speaking that I'm not understanding. So I'll go off with Talavar, and you can try to find out if he's trying to trick us, I guess.
You're a good man.
I'm an orc.
Orc.
Thank you.
I'm a turtle. I still call myself. It's just in the
That's
kitchen.
fair.
In the kitchen.
In this
really
universe,
fast,
we can
and
call.
I'm
We can
sorry
say
about
man.
that. I should
for
not
the-
have said. It's in the kitchen I worked. It was insulting at first, and then I was just accepted it because we were always moving fast. So I apologize. Orc.
That's all right. I'm a male orc, so you can call me a man.
Okay. Thank you.
I turn to Longscarf and I say, I propose a meal to talk over the terms, but first tell us why she's an inconvenience and I'm a problem.
Yeah.
You see one of them who has been you recognize them enough, like they are definitely one of the rabbits who's been like there the entire time. I need to remember exactly which ones got killed by you and which ones didn't. Yeah, it's Iris. So Iris is just it was like, are we really gonna do this? It's like, why we're giving them so much, and then you just see one goes, yeah, we're giving them so much, we don't got time for this. Agatha just, sorry, what? Did you say we don't have time for this? All of them just kind of get very silent. Am I on anyone's fucking clock right now? Huh? Is anyone keeping time? Do you hear any ticking? No. We got time. Don't you ever talk to me about time again. Make a persuasion check, with advantage. Either, yeah, make a persuasion check with advantage.
Just Zara.
Mm-hmm. Zara's the one who was speaking.
Okay, cool. I only have +2 persuasion.
Jasmine, you're muted. What'd you get?
17. Sorry.
All right. Here's the deal. Do you even understand what you're a monarch of?
No.
Yeah, that's the thing. No one here does either. Because you're not a monarch of really anything. But you are a monarch. So it's just a little bit confusing, really. I've seen enough of it in my time. People coming from the mortal world, and they claim some kind of hierarchy in ours, right? They come, it happens all the time. It's actually how this place was built, I think. Someone from your world to come in to ours and have some kind of dominion over us, so that you're special. For those people who don't understand it, who are a little bit stupider, they just simply won't touch you. Not at first. Not until you put hands on them. Not until you do something to them. But those of us who are in the know, who understand that you're not a fucking monarch of anything here, it really doesn't matter much. Unless you claim dominion over something. But until then, it's annoying. Because I've lived here my whole life. And you've been here, what, a few days? Yeah. I've seen it time and time again. Young girls, young boys, just like you. Old, young, come in, no idea of what this place is, what our home is, what we are, who we are when you aren't here, and suddenly you're a king, a queen, for a time. And then you leave. So again, for those who don't understand, who are stupid, they won't touch you for a while. And you, I can't really understand how to describe this, but you're it. You've been tagged by the cat. You're in a game. If you were being funny, some would call it cat and mouse, but it's not really like that. The cat is very powerful here. Has been for a while. Doesn't tag many people as it much. When you're tagged as it, it's a game between you and the cat. You have one job. Tag them back. The last person to tag the cat back, well, that would be the Queen of Glass. So, becoming it, it's a pretty sought after position. Basically, whoever kills you becomes it next. For some, they want that chase. I, however, want nothing to fucking do with it. Because it's just a rat race. So don't be surprised how it, by the way, and this is a little freebie for you, there's gonna be some absolute fucking maniacs coming out of the woodwork, all to claim your title. Have fun with that.
So people only want to be it for the chase of it? Like there's no like prize or anything?
Are you asking him?
Yeah.
Okay. Apparently, as are all things, power. Or some reward. The cat will give you something. Whatever you can imagine. That's what they say. Again, like I said, the Queen of Glass wasn't a queen before. The Queen of Glass wasn't a ruler of the fucking thither, my home. Then they won the game of tag. So yeah, a lot of people think it's something worth going after.
And then she quieted Queen Tasha Zilvana.
Zabilna.
Right? Zilvana.
Zabilna.
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 Griselda,
Zilvana. Yes.
you're a monarch of your realm, right? I'm sorry, right? What's rabbit hair? What's your name again?
Agaton.
Agaton. You said she wasn't a monarch. And I think you owe her an apology.
Alright, we're not doing this.
No.
We're not doing this.
No, don't interrupt me. Whether or not someone is in the country or realm where they hold dominion, they're still a monarch when they leave and travel to a new fucking country. I'll wait, and I won't be a part of any pact until you make a fucking apology.
Make a persuasion or intimidation check, whichever one you want to make.
I'm bad at both, so I'll just do persuasion.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I gotta wait an hour for it to load. $10.
All right. This is a tenuous situation. I understand that tensions are high. I understand you're mad at me. I was not trying to insult anyone. I was asked a question to explain things. I explained it.
Can you explain how to tag the cat?
We are delving very deep into the territory of us needing to make a fucking deal, alright?
Alright, what do you want? I'm guessing you want your shadows back.
Yes. I want out of here. I'm done with this place. I want out. And you'll forgive me if I am a little bit more not pleased with monarchs, alright? But my home, thither, is locked in a fucking civil war. Constant. Between two of them, alright? Ongoing for aeons, before any of you were even born.
Between the Queen of Glass and who?
Make a persuasion check.
Oh man, why is my charisma so low? Oh no. 2!
Yeah, we're getting very into the realm of me being a fucking guide.
Alright, let's make a deal. Make a deal. You be our guide, and then some, and alright, well, let's lay this out very clearly, because I don't want any holes in this pact. I don't want any backstabbing in this pact, and I'm sure you don't either, because you've seen what I can do to your people if you guys make me mad.
I want to be very clear also. We weren't going for the kill. I understand that I have told you all that you are scary in your own way. Yes, you did kill my main. But let us not forget, and let us understand who you're dealing with. Let's all treat each other with a similar respect of what each other could do to the other side. All right? Yes. We'll make a deal. I propose, and if you have any ways you want to make the deal, or if you want to talk it over before, and we can meet up again later to figure it out, iron it out, understood. Proposition is simple. If we are not going to be at each other's throats, then you help me. Steal my shadows back. Going up against the youth.
So the all right, give me a minute to talk with my team.
As I said, and he looks at all of them, I have nowhere to be. I have all the time in the world. Take your time.
Okay. I turn back to the team. Okay, so his deal is, if we're not going to be at each other's throats, I feel like that's like a little bit, I feel like we just need to make a pact to not be at each other's throats, and maybe like a Mama Yaga type pact to be neutral in all aspects of each other's business here on out.
I've got a couple things I'd like to add. I think you're absolutely right. I think we should take the if we're gonna not be at each other's throats, we should say, let's not be at each other's throats. I also think both sides should apologize. I think they should apologize for preparing to take us and give us to the shadows, and you, or all of us together, should apologize for killing 2 of them.
I don't see how this...
And for being insulting.
Yeah.
But I think a little apology would go a long way.
I refuse to apologize.
I'll do the apologizing part. I'm really good at it.
And I will not accept a deal if he doesn't apologize.
We need him to apologize, and I think that the easy trade-off there is if we also apologize. And we technically
It's
did
so
the worst
simple
thing.
to apologize. I apologize for calling him a man, and he's clearly an orc.
No, that's
It's easy
fine.
to-
That really
Close
isn't
enough.
an issue.
Well,
It's
it just hit Zara that they probably have Thicket, so...
that they probably have what?
Thicket.
Oh, Thicket, yes.
Okay, and also, like, now that I think about it, they probably have Thicket, so... But I also don't want to bring him along on this journey, so I feel like we need some sort of, like, they'll protect Thicket while we go do this thing for them, so we don't have to deal with him, but, like, we know he's safe.
But also, what even do we get right now? Because he didn't name a thing we get at all.
He gets to be our guide. That's
Yeah,
what
he'll give us information. I mean, we can probably borrow some weapons and stuff for him. He wants his shadows back, so if he has any resources, he'll probably provide it for us.
Yeah, let's put that in the pact. And let's put in the pact that he, like, in his capacity as guide, he's got to help us all get the stuff we lost and get home. I've already been here too long.
And also, I think he should remain neutral in all of our other future.
Oh, like he can't take sides against us for stuff?
Is anyone writing this down? This is a long agreement. We need to make
Oh,
sure it's very clear.
Well, I can type it.
Thank you.
I do still think we should apologize to him, and he apologizes to us, though. I just think that'll be for overall goodwill,
Okay.
helpful.
I'm not very convincing, so maybe somebody else
Okay,
should
so
ask.
Zara, take
I
a pen and paper.
Actually feel bad, so I'll do it.
I don't feel anything towards them.
I know, Zara.
Okay, so 1, we both mutually agree to like stay out of each other's business.
Like after the pact is done?
Yes.
Okay. Do we want to make it where it's like if we ever need him to join us and be on our side, stay out of each other's business means that he's out of our business for good. Even if, like, it turns out he's somebody we need on our side in the future. Should we say we mutually agree not to come into conflict with one another? Because that wording makes it sound like we agree not to fight each other, like, again.
Okay,
But
so
if
we will. Well, I don't know. Like, what if they're doing something really shady and they want our help? Like, I don't feel good.
Then we'll just say no. That'll be after the pact is done, right?
Well, here's the
How
thing:
about
is like,
how about we align ourselves until they get their shadows back?
Yes. We agree to be aligned until they have their shadows back, and our end of the deal is fulfilled.
Dylan, is the spell still up by any chance?
What,
The
speak
animal
with
spell?
animals? Probably not.
Dang. Griselda's just staring into Sierra's eyes.
You can stare into both of Sierra's eyes at the same time?
I'm like,
Okay. Just because it's a giant snail. I figure one's over here, one's like over
Yeah, but
here.
they're magic. So Sierra, I mean, you can communicate feelings with Sierra.
okay. Yeah,
'Cause
so
of
I'm
your
just
ability.
communicating the feeling of uncertainty about these rabbits and not knowing, if we make a deal with them, like, what are the long-term effects?
Am I the only one who's like all in on these rabbits?
Yeah, you have a crush on these rabbits. I don't know why.
It's his accent.
Make up.
Yeah.
So you get back. You get back. Just the feeling of confusion and same uncertainty of just Sierra doesn't know. You get like the sense of like Sierra doesn't know why they fight. You know, Sierra never learned why they fight. You know.
Hey, Dylan, do they speak another language?
Who, the rabbits?
Yeah.
Do they? I don't think so. I'll make sure. But I don't think so. I like maybe Sylvan, but yeah, they have Sylvan. But
Do they ever
common and
speak
Sylvan.
in Sylvan to each other and we can't hear it?
Have they been? Are you saying?
Yeah.
No. You can see very clearly Agadon is just kind of sitting there, kind of frustrated, clearly, but just sitting there. Like, looking at, like, cracking his neck. The others
Can I roll
are...
an insight check on...
Yeah, you can roll an insight check. The
Oh,
others
yeah.
are, like, talking around him, but he's very clearly just, like, sitting down, calm.
The last digital dice roll I make.
I have written up
17.
17. So you get the sense that... Or the 17, let me see. Yeah. He's at his wit's end. Like, this is a guy who has... Like, with a 17 and with what I just rolled, you look around, you see this place is ramshackled together. You see he's clearly powerful. He has abilities, you know, but he has a group of people who he is leading, and he has led them into a bad situation. He clearly is like one of the reasons why he's not talking with anyone is that he looks like he's staring off into the middle distance, like sad.
Okay.
And he he looks tired.
What's his name one more time?
Agadon. So it's Agdon.
Agdon. For some reason,
I'm saying
Agamemnon.
Agadon. I think I'm pronouncing it wrong. I think it's just Agdon, but I just call him Agadon. So.
Got it. I think Tone after that insight check has changed his mind on Agadon. I think, you know, I'm just a chef. I'm not really like adept at the nature of royalty, but sometimes you have to give people grace when they're experiencing hardship. So if we're very clear about the rules of the deal, I'm in.
Zara is done writing down what she thinks is a good deal. Okay. One, we both I don't say this to Ag.
Okay.
Yeah, I just say this to her.
Understood.
We both mutually agree to remain aligned until they have their shadows back and their promise to us is complete as well. Afterwards, we agree to remain neutral and not interfere with each other's future business. 2, we agree to help the rabbits take their shadows back. 3, they agree to aid us in our quest to take their shadows back, i.e. weapons and information, and to be our guide when it comes to all things Prismere, the cat, and the game of it. 4, during our quest to get their shadows back, they agree to protect and take care of Thicket. Once our pact is complete, they release Thicket to us.
Above the table, do we know that we're trying to find what we lost?
I mean, yeah, you all know that. Like, you all know that they're there. You and you and Marty specifically were told like that you have those places to go.
So can we put that into our deal?
Yeah, I think if we say in the deal, if they agree to help us in any way having to do with like getting back what we lost or getting home.
Kind of like any challenges that arise, because we don't know. Maybe this is getting too in the weeds of it.
Okay, how's this? We agreed to they agreed to aid us in our quest to take their shadows back, i.e. weapons and information, and to be our guide when it comes to all things Prismere, the cat, the game of it, and how to find our lost stuff.
That's great.
Okay.
And they in the pact is the Herringon.
Yes.
Agadon, Longscarf, and the Herringon, because right now they could be anyone.
Him and his whole clan.
Yes, and we are Zara, Griselda, Golzog, Tone, and Marabella in absentia.
Okay, well, I will make sure that the parties are clear.
This is like the wishing for the big penis episode of What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah.
When he's like wishing for the big penis with the genie.
Very much so.
Anyone in the chat who has not seen What We Do in the Shadows, I highly recommend it. It's terrific. I'm doing a lot less Sir Talavar distracting than I thought I'd have to do.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
so the party.
He's just flying around.
That's great. That's good. I like that he's doing that.
So the parties involved are us, Zara, Tone, Marabella, Golzog, and Griselda. Them is Longscarf and all herringbone and other creatures aligned with him.
Herringon. Herringbone is a fabric pattern.
That's true. Herringon.
And no matter what, can we just have a peaceful dinner all together to start the pact?
Yes, and no. Oh, and we apologize to them and they apologize to us.
Look, you can add that in after. I'm not putting that in my...
Okay.
I'm okay without the apology.
I'll add in the apology myself.
I don't need,
How about does it just be a mutual understanding that we all had to do what we had to do to survive?
Sure.
Party
Okay.
B agrees. Okay.
Great. All right.
This
all
is
right.
the legal episode of...
If you want to be a lawyer, watch this.
Watch.
Yeah.
Subscribe, hit that bell.
Yeah.
Hero Club if you have any young budding lawyers.
What's happening now?
Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna present this to him. All right.
Okay.
We good? All right.
And I give the help action.
Okay.
I would
Alright.
also like to give the help action.
There's only
All right,
one.
we have
There's
a
only one
deal.
instance.
And can I do an Arcana check on the pact?
Sure, do an Arcana check on the pact. I'm serious. Go ahead.
I'm scared.
Okay, I don't know why. This is seriously the last D&D. 12.
Yay.
So 12. Yeah, you don't know. I mean, 12. With a 12,
I think it's fair. That's fair.
You look at it, you're like, huh? That's a lot of stipulations.
Okay.
I think with a 12, you would be able to be like, okay, so we help them one time, and then they help us forever. Sounds great. Sounds great. Sounds great. That's a great.
We can bring it to them and see what they say.
Like as you're looking at it, you're like, yeah, that looks like a great deal on both sides.
They don't help us forever.
We help them with one thing, and they help us do 5 separate things that they have no idea what will be in it.
To be fair, we help them with one super hard, really scary thing that anybody could die doing.
I'm just saying, with a 12, that's what Tone you're doing the read, like the once over, and you're like, okay.
Okay. I mean, we can add that we'll help them across the shadow. I don't know. You're
Let's
We-
just
we
see
can't
what
hear
this.
you anymore,
Let's
John.
see.
John, we
Yeah,
can't hear you
let's
for
see
some
them
reason.
take this.
I think we're at a good place.
Let's see what this does.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I turn back to Agnan. All right. We have some terms.
We're happy.
All right.
Just
To
so embarrassing.
Yeah.
to
Yes.
clarify, the parties
Oh.
involved is
What?
we, us, Zara, Tone, Marabella, Golzog, and Griselda, and you being Longscarf, and all Harringen, and all creatures aligned with you in your group.
All right. So those names you just listed, those are all your names, because I want to be very clear. You have not introduced yourself to me.
Yeah, that's all of us.
At
That's all of
all.
us.
Wonderful. Nice to meet you. That's a lovely way to meet you.
Hi.
By
Look, I feel
listing,
like
we're
by
right.
listing parties involved. Continue.
Look, I just don't look. I dealt with a weird dragon who got really specific.
No. I understand. I want you to keep going. This is fun.
She's a murderer.
All right, one. We both mutually agreed to remain aligned until you have your shadows back and your promise to us is complete as well. Afterward,
Okay.
we agreed to remain neutral and not interfere with each other's future business.
That is one of the most mortal ways of saying something ever, and opens it up for so much. You have continue. You have more. There's more in that, because
Yeah.
I just realized you have not even explained what my promise to you is. You've just stated in a clause that I have to agree to fulfill my promise to you.
If we fulfill
Yes, so-
our promise to you,
Right. I'm just saying. So you're saying that I agree to fulfill my promise to you is clause 1.
I think we need a mediator.
But there is no.
Could we
but I
get
have
Sir
not here-
Talavar to look over
no,
the
the
contract?
Right. No.
clause is that we are
Right.
allies during this pact.
Right.
And
Understood.
once the pact is over, we don't fuck each other over, but
Right,
we
no,
don't
yeah.
necessarily have to help each other either.
Understood. Yeah. That's more of what I was looking for.
I
Agreeing to
feel like you're
remain.
being really condescending right now when I worked really hard on this.
I know that's what makes it way funnier. Keep going.
I turned to the group and I'm like, I don't want to do this. Fuck this guy.
I think we
Wait,
should
could I-
leave
could I
out the
see the
remaining neutral part.
Could I see the contract?
Yeah.
Could I quickly look over that contract for a minute?
How do I do this?
Or just can you hand it to me? No, you the character hand me the contract.
Oh no,
Yeah,
I
no.
do hand. Oh, yeah, I hand it to you, but I
Okay.
thought, do you
Great.
want the actual thing, right?
No, I just want the
Okay.
I just want the pretend one.
Oh, okay, I hand it to you.
Okay. Tone is gonna like look really like confused for a second, and then like because he hasn't, I think he's made it pretty clear that he in this moment today he looks pretty dumb, and he's gonna walk away for a bit.
Tone.
Not for long, for like
What are you
couple
trying to
of
do?
I'd like to say I'd like some time, a little more time to port over this.
Okay.
And then what I'd like to do is I would like to cast illusory script on the contract
No.
Okay. What are you
so
doing?
that no one can see it. No,
Right.
I'm getting everyone is saying no.
No,
In
what are
the
you
chat.
doing? What are you doing? Yeah.
And I want to cast oh, they're talking about food. And I want to make an invisible message
Mm-hmm.
in like that if you were to sign the contract, that would make it binding that he do anything we ask until his part of the bargain is fulfilled.
Okay. Make a deception
I don't
check.
like this. I do not like that.
Make a deception check. I'm walking. I'm out
No,
of.
I know. Make a deception check for why you walked away.
Okay. Why did I do this virtually? I've rolled really badly on this fucking program. Seven?
All right. We're going to.
I'm so scared.
Just because we haven't taken a break and we should, let's all take a break right there. You do that. It happens.
Wait, but I haven't
what?
written them. I haven't. Did I cast the script and put that into it?
If you say you did, yeah. That happened.
Well, yeah, I guess I did. Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna go on break just because we should, because otherwise I could just keep playing, but we should just take a break just for our own sanity.
No one helped
Everyone
me.
should take stretch your legs, get some water. We'll be right back in about 5 to 8 minutes. We'll see you then, and we'll see what happens with what this is. All right, see you soon.
This is the
Bye-bye.
most.
Welcome back, everyone. Okay, we didn't leave off on any crazy cliffhanger. Okay, we're back. So, Tone, you do illusory script, a little thing like an addendum to this. But while that's happening, you're looking it over. What are you all doing?
I am questioning why I gave document to Tom.
I don't like this.
All right. Can I ask you something? All of you.
Sure.
Who?
And not you, because you're off doing this.
Okay.
I just, forgive me. I'm just saying, like, if that one, what's happening, John?
Happening.
I'm over in the corner,
Oh.
clearly not doing
Exactly.
anything. Dude, very obviously not doing anything to the contract.
Just the
Focus.
So what was your deal with that one? What deal did you make?
I don't know, something along the lines of we'd find the key and free him if he gave us information that we needed, but he didn't really have a lot of information, so it wasn't a really good deal.
Right. That's fair. Then how else would you have done the deal beforehand? If it was different? Like
how
I just
how
mean,
would we
how would you
change
have,
things if we knew what we were doing?
well, I'm just saying, it's like, if you knew he didn't have any information, there would have been no way for you to know that while making the deal, right? So,
Yeah.
you made the best deal you thought you could have at the time. And I
Yeah,
mean, did he have information?
he did. Enough to get us the key.
I guess... Look. Do you have the more stipulations? I'll hear them.
Yeah, but like you can't make fun of me. You're like making fun of me.
I can't make fun of you.
Yeah, I don't like it. All right, anyways, let's keep going. All right, Tone, give me the thing.
Okay. Read the terms of the deal. And I give it to...
Do I know what he did to it? Like, do I have to make
Make an insight or arcana check, I guess. But
Insight would be great, because there's no way you can beat my deception check.
well, but also
19?
She got it. She beat it.
well, let's see. Illusory script. Let me just make sure.
All right. Illusory script. If you
can't. You definitely.
No one
you
can
don't-
figure out what I wrote.
Yeah, you don't know what was been written. You don't know that he did. I will say you don't know what spell he has, but you do know that he probably he did something. You know, like there's clearly
looks
something
good.
happened.
I turned to Tone and under my breath. You know they don't sign anything, right? This is a verbal agreement.
What's that?
Yeah, the last deal we made with Talvar was a verbal agreement. We didn't sign anything.
Well, okay.
Okay, great. So I'm gonna keep on. I mean, we could try to get him to sign it.
No. That's great. That's great. That's great. I know this. I know how this world works.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Cool. And then Tone just hides his head in a shell.
Right.
Okay. Number 2. because you got number 1, right? You sufficiently made enough fun of it. Number 2, we agree to get you your shadow, to help you get your shadows back.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Okay. 3, you will give whatever information you agree to aid us in our quest to take your shadows back. Whatever weapons you have, whatever information we need to get your shadows back, you will provide us with. In addition, you will be our guide to all things Prismere, the cat, the game of it, and how to find our lost stuff.
Continue.
4, and this is just like a little extra. We're pretty sure you have our friend Thicket. We're pretty sure you found him. So during our quest to get your shadows back, you agreed to protect and take care of Thicket. And once our pact is complete, you return him to us.
Anyone know a Thicket? Thicket? No. No?
A little kid. He's a little kid. I described Thicket physically. I don't know what Thicket looks like.
A little kid. Did any of you try to... Bentham? Did you try to harm a kid? No? Iris is just like, yes, Bentham, you didn't. What? No, so he didn't try to to be fair, he tried to throw a rock because he thought it was one of yous all. Tried to throw a rock at the kids. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Thicket's not with us then. If that's what it was, then Thicket's not with us.
Where is he? Where'd you leave him?
Oh, right. If they tried to harm Thicket, the protection kicked in, and he's either somewhere in the forests, or he's in the here and there. That's a little thing in fuck it. Children can't be hurt in Prismere. And when you try to, they just get poofed somewhere else. Usually it's the forests. Sometimes it's the here and there now. But that's recent. That's a new thing.
That's a new thing?
Well, because the here and there is a new thing.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we don't have Thicket, so...
Okay. I turn to the group. Alright, I don't know, he seems to go for it, so... I don't know, what do you think of the deal?
I think it sounds good.
Right.
Alright, well here's the thing. I was told I'm not allowed to make fun of it.
But, like, be honest if it's, like, a good one.
Okay, here's the thing. Right. I don't know, what that Sealy bastard told you, But deals... It's like trying to teach you another language. It's just, they run on intention. They run on emotion. Alright? It's not so much the words, it's the feeling. And if you betray the feeling and the intention, that's when the Feywild will come for you. Right? So it's a betrayal of words. That's a devil's thing. That's a demon's deal. And it used to be Faye's as well, but a betrayal of feeling, that's Prismir's deal. So...
Can I make some sort of check to see if I, like, know what he means? Like, if I've seen this before, like...
Yeah.
What he's like feeling an intent, like betrayal of intention.
Yeah, make an insight check.
14?
14. So, I believe... So, Sir Talavar kind of alluded to this. There is, like... I believe, and if I didn't, then I am now. There is the rule of hospitality, which I think Sir Talavar mentioned, and if he didn't, then sorry. The idea is, like, in the Feywild, in Prismir, it's like you treat people, you welcome them in as if it's their home, right? You, like, treat them with kindness, you know? And the betrayal would be stealing something right off the bat, you know, like that kind of thing, without any recourse. So the betrayal of intent is just kind of like, okay, so the feeling, the vibe of the deal is you help us, we help you, you know? That's like the vibe of the deal. If you betray that realistically in any way, that's like where it starts coming back around to you. And Feywild deals, you have seen it. Essentially, sorry, it's a weird thing. So with you know that a couple of the rabbits beat up Jingle Jangle. You know that. Make an Arcana check.
10.
10. Yeah, you with a 10, I can't really give you much more. But like I'll just kind of give you a thing of like, you know that a couple of the rabbits beat up Jingle Jangle. That's about what I can give you as like an insight check to that. I know that that's very wonky, but it's very weird. The Feywild deals are weird on purpose. They're not, but I will say they're not as like devil deals. They're the ones that are like very like word binding. At least in my world. Feywild deals, they're a little bit more.
All right, let's just make the deal then, right? Let's just say we'll help them get the shadows back, and they'll help us with all our bullshit.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like maybe these words don't matter as much, and it's more of like in good faith. And look, if they fuck us over, I guess
we'll kill them all. Or whatever. Yeah, that's Marty, not Golzog.
Wait, what's our feeling about it then?
I think
our feeling like our intention as we give the deal. Like, are we doing it from a scared place, or are we doing it from like a, you know what I mean?
Golzog is ready to do it from a let's put the ugliness behind us place. If that's
So,
if you want me to do the deal.
so like a place of grace.
Yeah, like a place of kindness, of you were doing some uncouth shit to us, and we did some uncouth shit to you by killing 2 of your people. Let's agree not to do any more of that to each other and to help each other out. Like,
Okay. I'm kind of feeling like the same vibe, and let's like trust fall together, basically. Because
Yes.
neither of us know if we can actually help each other, but like we're gonna try.
Okay. All right. So I'll just chat with them, unless anyone. I don't know. Someone more
If you
sincere
want.
can talk. I'm not the most sincere, but
Golzog is gonna
Mm-hmm.
give it a shot and step forward and be like, hey, I didn't write this down beforehand, so I'm sorry, but let's agree to help each other out. We'll help you get your shadows back if you help us try to find our things that we lost. And for what it's worth, we're sorry that someone from our group killed 2 members of your group. And if there's anything you wanted to apologize for, we would be okay with that. But moving forward, let's try to help each other instead of hurt each other. Does that sound good to you?
Yes.
Golzog is going to spit on his hand and extend it for a handshake.
Agadan will goes. We will help you, give you information, try to point you in the right direction of your lost things, try to make sure that you're not running around with your heads cut off.
That would be great, man.
Back.
especially with the whole cat thing. That thing is weird.
And yes, I happen to have more information about that. But, you don't give away everything for free. Especially, and you do, let's be clear, you do give away, there are things such as friendship in this world. It's just that, like, with our past history, you can't really blame me for wanting to make sure that things are a little bit more formal.
Yeah,
And
hey,
yes,
I get it.
And yes, I'm sorry that we were going to use you as bargaining chips. And I'm sorry that we didn't much care about what was going to happen to your bodies or spirits or lives.
Insight check on whether or not he's sorry.
Yeah, make an insight check.
I'm gonna use one of these now. Oh, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Oh yeah, well, let me actually make sure. Dirty 20.
Zadet one.
So I'll say with a dirty 20, because actually, with a dirty 20, you are fairly certain that, like, he's sorry. Yeah, he's sorry. And I'll say this, like, with that insight check, you'll also notice this, and I think it's Zara who has it. Throughout this conversation, because none of you have told a lie, right?
I don't think so.
No. None of the petals on the rose have fallen.
Oh, yeah.
So none of, like, as you've gone through, no petal on the rose have fallen. But also, he's entering into a deal. It would be pretty bad for him to start breaking it right away. And I'm sorry for that. All right. I am glad to have some kind of help. Like I said, I know that what we were doing was not nice, and I know that our actions have not been kind. It's not... It doesn't excuse the actions, but it does explain them, I think, a little bit. We're essentially prisoners, trying to claw our way out in any way we can. So, we've had to make some hard choices. Anyway. Would you like to sit down for a meal? Talk things over?
That'd be great.
Yes.
There's nothing I'd like more.
All right. Now, I think I get the general vibe of this group for the most part. I'm going to say that there's a very special table that Sir Talavar can sit at. But it's like the kiddie table. Is everyone all right with that? If we kind of if that's any of you can go talk with him, but I get the vibe that I'm okay to say things bad about Sir Talavar a little bit, or am I overstepping the bounds on this one?
You know, like he's okay with a light ribbing as long as we're all friends here. So,
all right, come on in. And like all of the rabbits, Agaddon seems kind of like a relief has come washed over him. The others don't seem as stoked on this, but they are happy that like no one's getting killed, right? Like there's clearly some of them that like clearly are not they are still upset about the fact that their friends got killed. You know, like that they are very sad, but they go along with what's happening, and you all move on in, and you go into the entrance of this large hollowed out tree, and you find yourself in a very warm, inviting, kind of ramshackle together hideout, like barracks almost. You know, it's like a lot of hammocks all throughout this hollowed out tree, and even though it's a stump, this tree still goes up like this stump still goes up about like 60 feet to the highest peak. So you just have like hammocks all over the place, like in tiers, and there's a giant kind of mess hall style eating situation in the middle. It seems like once you're actually in here, it's not very well fortified. It's like all the fortifications are outside of this place, and then once you're in, it's very homestead, very much so.
How many hares are there in charge? Same as when we were all hanging out, or is there like a whole society of hares in this place?
It's not a society. You see that it's like they clearly used like the mist tactics and like to make it seem like there was a much more of them. There's about altogether 10 of them.
Okay, cool. Including Agaddon?
Yeah, so Agaddon, it's Agaddon and like 10 more, and there used to be a couple more. I believe it's Lilith, Gorgeous, Ned, and Talia who have died. 2 got killed by the shadows, 2 got killed by you. I'm pretty sure you killed Gorgeous and Lilith. Pretty sure. I'll have to go back and double check that you killed Lilith and Gorgeous. So of like the retinue that you were dealing with, it was Iris and Bentham, and then there were like 8 more back here. I will say, the ones that you fought weren't that like hardy. It seems like the ones that were like the scouting party. It seems like these people, the ones back at base, seem a little bit more like sturdy, war hardened. But the ones who are more vocal are Iris and Bentham.
Can I roll an insight check to see how loyal they are to Agadan? Yeah.
Sure, make an insight check, and anyone can if you want to make that same one.
Yeah, sure.
While they're rolling that, Dylan, are we in like a swamp?
Yeah, I mean, all of Hither is this giant swamp.
Got it.
So like it's this like very marsh swampland.
21.
6.
15.
21, and also anyone who got 15 or above, and with the 21 I'll tell you, Marty, something specific, but anyone who had above a 15 or 15, you can tell that they are pretty loyal. Like, you can tell that they every time that anyone spoke up and he said shut up, they all pretty much shut up, except Iris and Bentham. Everyone was pretty much on task with this. Marty, when you look at like this group, you can kind of, and maybe it's from like stories that you've read or something like that, you can look at Iris and Bentham as the people that were talking more, you know, and they look weaker than the rest of the people here. But you can kind of infer with the 21, oh, they are like his childhood best friends. This is like, you know, they have called him the Brigand Prince, you know, and you could think of it like as a oh, this is like a group of people who have been traveling for a while or left together, grew up together. Like, you can clearly see that this is not so much a army of people as it is like friends who left because they wanted to get out to see the world. And
like, who left thither with him?
Yes, who left thither with him. And in that sense, when you start to think about the fact like 4 of them have died very recently, you're like, oh, they're probably sad.
Yeah.
Cool. So you're walking through, you know, they have a couple of rabbits, you know, with some like pretty makeshift cookware, some, you know, pots, pans. They're making some what is very clearly like a vegetarian meal, but Tone?
I was wondering if I could I spend like, could I help out in the kitchen? And ask them, ask them if I could rifle through some of the ingredients, not to take, but to help make a dinner.
Yeah, I mean, once you're here, Agnon's like, and he sees like a frying pan on your back, and he sees you have like a bunch of ingredients like all over you, and you're like, yeah, sure. Are you a chef? Is that your trade?
Well, I'm aspiring to be a chef. Wouldn't call myself one as of yet, but I love food and I love to make people delicious meals, but I'm still.
Can I hear him saying this? I'm gonna jump in and just be like, yeah, he's a chef, and like pat Tone on the back.
Chill.
Shell.
Sorry.
Well, that is a relief. Kristen, Dexter, we have a chef now, so that's better. And you can see that there's like a sigh of relief of people who are like, oh, thank God. Oh, Lord. Oh, God, it's been so bad acted. Oh, I haven't been able to taste a single thing. It has been so bland. What do you cook? And like they are like pulling you towards like the kitchen area, like a little kitchenette. It's like, we really only have vegetables and mushrooms and mosses that we find, but we would try to go hunting a little bit, but
Perfect, great. Kristen? Is it Kristen? Crispin?
Kristen, yeah.
Kristen? Dexter?
Yeah.
All right, wash your paws. I'm gonna need, I don't know if you have any wild rice, onion, garlic, mushrooms, as many mushrooms as you can find. Collect all of that, bring it to me. I need you to chop up the mushrooms very finely, thinly, all right? Don't look at me like you've never heard of these things before. I need you to go into the kitchen, find these, chop them up, prepare them, and so I can get started on this, because this needs a long time to boil down, all right? Accent's completely gone now, don't know why. I'm excited. All right.
Yes, of course, Sierra came inside.
Thyme, oregano, salt. Do you have salt, pepper?
Yeah, I think we have some stuff like that. We can
Great.
find.
All right, don't just say heard. Just say heard or yes, chef, and get the ingredients and bring it to me. All right. And then I go find a big pot.
Make an intimidation check with advantage.
All right, I'm not okay. I'm just gonna roll these two. 15?
15. Yeah, they're just like, they like both look at Agden, and Agden just goes like they look at Agden to be like, is this okay, essentially? And Agden's like, fuck, I don't give a shit. And like that's, and there's like, yeah, chef, and they go running out into the woods.
Great, and then I go find the biggest pot I can, fill it with water, and turn on high heat. Get it going now, because we got to get that going unless people want to eat 2 hours from now. We got to get it going.
Okay, I'm going to make some survival checks for them in the background. Okay, anyone else doing anything?
He died.
Golzog is just generally trying to be like on vibe duty, just making sure everyone's having a good time or not an actively bad time.
Okay, yeah. You see that like things are going a little bit. Make a. Do you want to make an insight check, or are you trying to make the vibes better?
Let's do insight check, and if they're bad, I'm trying to make them better.
Yeah, make an insight check.
21.
21. Yeah, I mean, going along with what you just had, like with that insight check, the vibes are not great.
All right.
They have lost 4 of their number, and you can kind of tell that it's been rough here for a while. And now one of the people who killed some of their friends are like they're breaking bread with them, and some of the members don't fully agree with that. They're loyal, but they're like, I don't like this, you know.
Golzog is gonna say to Agadon, hey, so Agadon, in where I'm from, a common thing that you might have together as a group after an uneasy alliance gets made is alcohol. Do you guys have alcohol here?
We haven't had a drink in quite a while.
Oh man, Tone, Do you know how to make alcohol?
Yeah. And then I'm just like I have a skillet currently going with okra and wild mushrooms with
That
like
sounds
sassafras leaves,
Mhm.
and I'm trying to, and then I'm wondering, Kristen, can you watch this heat? Keep it. Don't turn the heat to low. All right.
What?
Watch this.
What?
Come over here. Turn the heat to low. Keep the and keep it moving. Just hold on to this.
Okay.
And just to keep it
Okay.
moving slightly, okay? Can I count this as one of my, like, do I have to wait until the end of the long rest to replicate a magic item, or
No.
can I do it now?
You can do it now.
All right. Having never done this before, but somehow in the history of the memories that I've lost, I'd like to try to create an alchemy jug.
Okay, how long
And
does
then
it take to
use
create an alchemy? Yeah, like, okay. It just takes the...
Good question. In that feed, it says in the infuse item, replicate magic item. Never done this before. It just says on during a long rest.
During a long
know.
rest, yeah. So
maybe I find an empty jug and
yeah. We can say that this
Pray
you're
over
doing
it.
this as this is happening. Like you can say that like you're gonna make one. Yeah.
maybe instinctively I just grab a jug and add some spices that I don't remember. Maybe my eyes glaze over a bit, and I'm just like, okay. And then I just grab this like giant. How big would you say the jug is?
I think that the alchemy jug, I'd say it's like because of like how much an alchemy jug makes is like a lot, right? So I'd say it's like one of those
Right.
old fashioned like milk jugs.
Says it appears to be able to hold a gallon of liquid.
Like a gallon,
and weighs
yeah.
12
Yeah.
pounds. And I can make a gallon of, and once it's produced,
What I'm picturing is like one of those big moonshine jugs. You know, that's what I
Oh,
always
great.
picture. You know, yeah,
like a big cork in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. So then the maximum amount of liquid depends on the liquid you named. So it can pour up to 2 gallons per minute.
Mhm.
And the maximum amount would be a gallon of wine. So I can produce a gallon of wine for you.
That works a treat.
And
That's
that's per minute, right? Or is that for?
That's only, I think the maximum amount I can do until the next dawn for this one jug is a gallon of wine.
Okay. And that's a good amount of wine.
Gonna
That's
pour everybody a glass
How much is
of
a
wine.
bottle of wine? It's
well,
less than a gallon, right?
You can also, you can make a gallon of wine. You can also make 4 gallons of beer.
Oh yeah, that's right. Quick beer.
You could
Okay,
do a
and then
full
so
kegger.
so I'm just trying to keep Kristen away from the pan, and
Yeah.
so I'm like, here you go, here's beer, and then I go back to the kitchen, kind of not really thinking about it.
Thank you.
Yeah. So
and then it
there's
should
this
be
moment
like,
where like
right,
Tone, it's this thing of mixing. You are making this, and very importantly, the magic comes from you looking at this jug, and you imagine. You think to yourself, beer. Like you're making the recipe, but then you're just like imagine to yourself, there's beer in this jug. Almost like a kid playing. Like this jug is full of beer.
I'm doing it.
And then flowing is just 4 gallons of beer. And as you're like looking at it, you're make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, I'll do this in the app.
Mhm.
Let's do well. And it is rolling. 11.
11. It's so familiar. It's so familiar. It's like you've done this before, but you can't you can't get there. You can't remember exactly what you're supposed to you can't remember what you're supposed to remember. But then you're back because Kristen is like the flames are licking up the side of the pan. So you're back. But then you give the jug to Golzog. Suddenly, Golzog, you have basically a kegger. You have a kegger going on, and there's just a bunch of beer.
Golzog is sorry, I was reading the chat. I agree. If it's an IPA, we riot. Fuck IPAs. Golzog is gonna start pouring beer for everybody. I assume this is like a nice amber or even a dark ale.
Yeah, it's an ale.
I'd be happy. Yeah.
Make a persuasion or performance check with advantage, Golzog.
Great. Persuasion is that. Performance is that. Oh, it's the same.
Whichever one feels better for you, then.
For Golzog, it's a persuasion, and it's going to be a 15.
15. You see a lot of like the naysayers, whether it's because of alcohol or just like lifted spirits, there starts to be a little bit more of like a tavern jovial vibe kind of sweep in. And you see Agaton just kind of goes like, holy shit. Holy shit. All right. Drinks on them, I guess. Hey, that's not so bad, is it, everyone? And like all the rabbits are like, and so like people are kind of liberally taking their glasses and filling it with beer and
great.
Are
you guys having beer? Everyone in the group?
Zelda's underage. So no.
There is no
Wait,
drinking
is there a drinking age?
Where Golzog is from, nah.
I mean, if you want to say that there's a drinking age from your kingdom, sure, but I doubt it would be 21 here. But also, you don't. Also,
how old is Griselda?
Griselda's gonna try it.
She's
Griselda's
not 21.
Gonna
She's like what, 19?
She's like 16.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or 16,
but also it's beer. So this is basically water, Griselda. You're gonna love it. And Golzog hands her. What?
If she's 16, is she considered a child, and would she not be harmed?
No.
Okay.
Well, because she was about to do her woman ceremony thing.
Yeah.
Well, she didn't do it.
Jasmine, is Zara having beer?
Zara's not.
Okay. Golzog is gonna try to take that in stride.
16-year-olds are still very much children, but just in the world of this magic, for very specific reasons, it's like, no, you're a teenager, because for some reason that is a... That's a distinction.
It's like under 13 is sort of like the kid.
Basically, it's 13th year rules,
like,
okay?
Okay.
What'd you say? I was gonna say kids next door rules.
They're the same
So
rules.
Oh.
But it's
okay.
very much, that's the better reference. That is the much better reference, Natasha.
God, that show.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
what
Griselda
is-
tries it.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
That's okay. And Golzog takes it and just pours the rest of it back into his tankard.
Yeah.
So that he can have it. And continues doling beer out to people, trying to improve the mood.
While this is going on, can I make like a medicine check or something in terms of like the contraption that was in the capture the flag room? Can that be utilized in some way to help the rabbits bring their people back? Like, is this something I should present to the rabbits as an option?
Oh, the resurrection pad?
Yeah.
I mean, make an Arcana check.
Okay. 10.
You weren't able to get the mushrooms out. So you don't know how. You're like, so I think with that you'd be like, maybe, but you don't even know how you would approach with that, and it may be like, yeah, with that you wouldn't know how to broach that subject.
Okay.
I think. It's like, yeah, with the 10, it's like, yeah, it maybe is out there for real, but like you don't know if it's imaginary based on like the cats thing.
Right.
So the beers are being passed around, the meal's being cooked. Anything else anyone want to be doing right now? Any conversations you want to have?
Oh, well, I want to look around because she's a little person who likes to look around. She looked around Mama Yaga's house.
Mm-hmm.
So can I roll something for that?
Yeah, make an investigation or a perception check.
Yeah, and I think, okay, so maybe perceiving first. Let's see.
Okay.
Ooh, 19.
19. You look around, you definitely see that most people clearly are like sleep out here in this big room. You see that there is a like a door, like a makeshift door that leads to a side room. Like there's a couple of these side rooms, but there's one that is very clearly like bigger than the others. There is a staircase that kind of like there's like a walkway around this whole tree stump that kind of like goes up to the top of the stump, like that kind of lines the edge. You do also notice that there are stairs that lead down,
Oof.
and that's about all you like. That's what you can perceive. That's what you see.
Okay. I think I want to go up.
Okay. Yeah, you just start making your way up. Are you trying to be?
Are there any like pictures in the hall?
Are you trying to be stealthy about it, or are you just walking up?
Yeah, I think I'll try to be stealthy about it.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Not in like a ooh, don't pay attention, but like I don't want anyone, like everyone can just have a good time. I just want
Understood.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. 11.
11, okay. So as you're walking around, again, this place is not, when you're, walking up it, this part has been hollowed out. These stairs are kind of ramshackle, like they're kind of built into the tree, either carved or like made of the same planks of wood that the docks are made. So it's kind of like a shaky, almost scaffolding as you're walking up them. There's no real paintings or photos anywhere. It's not really decorated. Like the inside are very much like torches, but if they would be, they're like magical, like fairy lights essentially. Like that's the kind of vibe of what's inside this place. But it's very sparse. You do see that it goes all the way up to the top, and that there is like a small but you would have to keep going up and up and up for a while, but like it's make an insight check.
Insight check. Okay. Great. First one was a 14, the second one was 14.
14. This clearly, as you know, now you know that they are not from this place. Like they took this place over. So either they carved out this whole place themselves, or they found it like this and they built into it. Either way, it's hard to tell how long they've been here or like what else has happened here, but there's not much to go off of. But if you just keep going up, you will be able to get to the top of this tree.
I want to keep going up, yeah.
Okay. You keep going up.
And maybe she's going a little faster now.
Okay.
'Cause she wants to get up there.
You go up and there is a hatch. Like you get up to the top. You notice also with your perception check, that there are some rabbits who have for sure noticed that you're going up there, but no one seems to really care. Like, everyone is drinking, and like people have just like you'll see like a rabbit just like kind of looking up, like move back. There's a hatch that leads, like you get to the top, and there's a hatch that leads up and out.
She'll put Ladybug on her shoulder and open up the hatch.
So like there is a latch from the inside. You unlatch it pretty easily, and you just go up, and you're now standing almost like getting up to the top of a roof, and there's like a helicopter pad. Like you're just on this like wide top of the tree stump. You're just on it, and there is like nothing on here, but there is it's just a wide area, just flat tree stump. So this is just an alternate entrance or maybe exit if something bad were to happen, but it is just kind of crazy being up here. This is pretty tall up. You're just kind of like in the middle of this whole place. It's even taller than Mama Yaga's house, like from when you were looking out. Like her house was like fast and was kind of crouched down, like it wasn't that tall. This is like 60 feet up in the air. So you can look around, but from what you see at a cursory glance, it's just kind of a flat tree stump top.
She'll close it behind... Well, she'll make sure she doesn't get locked out. She'll close it behind her. And kind of like walk a little towards the edge. And hold Ladybug.
Mm-hmm.
And scream out just to the wild. I never wanted to be queen! I didn't ask for this! Okay? So I'm just gonna find what I lost, and that's it. And she looks at Ladybug to make sure that didn't startle her.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay. Ladybug immediately. 17.
17. Make an insight check for me.
Okay. Ooh, first one. Okay, 24.
24.
I know Ladybug very well.
So you weren't inciting Ladybug. You scream that out into the wilds. And then there's just like this rushing of wind past you. And you look, and for the first time you look behind you, and you see this twinkling butterfly with a crown just kind of floating there. And with a 24, you feel a lightness on your shoulders, like a weight has been lifted off of you.
Whoa.
And you know that with a 24 that people have described, though you've never been able to really see it yourself, the crown and the butterfly wings that have been on you. But they're just floating there. With a 24, so it's a very high roll. You made your intention clear, very clear to the Feywild. And it answered. But now it's giving you a choice. You can leave the monarch behind, or you can take it.
I definitely look to Ladybug, though.
You sense the feeling from Ladybug of like, what's it gonna happen?
It's interesting. I just know that it's making me, yeah, I guess. Let's do
we can come back to you if you want to have
yeah,
time to
can I think
contemplate.
about it? Yeah.
We're gonna go back down into the tree. Anyone else want to do anything? The meal is being fully prepared. Anyone else want to do anything before y'all start sitting down for food?
If it looks like it. Oh, sorry.
No, go
Sorry.
ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna stay out of the way until food arrives.
I mean, food's ready.
People are not happy with me.
It's aromatic. There's like the garlic and the onions are coming out of the cast iron skillet, right? Like it's served over a bed of wild rice, and it's a stew made out of mushrooms, Cajun seasoning from the swamp, and whatever I could find in the kitchen, and okra if I could find it, chopped up over the bed of rice, and it's really well. I think I'd like to do a little bit of magic tinkering to add a little bit of like deliciousness to. I don't know. Can I
make an Arcana check?
Can I make things smell good?
Make an Arcana check.
Okay.
Or if you have a spell for that, go ahead.
I don't.
Okay.
I have magical tinkering, but I don't have a spell.
Well, magical tinkering can add smells to things, right?
Right, but I don't know if I know what delicious smells like. I mean...
Well, then we'll do an Arcana check to see.
Okay. Arcana was 8.
Okay. So you add, like, the food already smells good. You add, like, a little extra something. So it's like the food smells great, but it also it smells like someone walked in with, like, a little bit of cologne.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's not bad.
Like
it's just you're like, wow, that food smells great. Also, that one uncle's pungent for some reason, also at the table.
Very familial.
Yeah, it's very familial. So you all sit down at the table. Agadon he's like, well, as it is bad luck to cheers with water, it's nice to be able to make a toast. To our fallen comrades. May they never be beholden to someone else's clock ever again. And like all the rabbits, they in unison all go, may their time be their own. And may our unfortunate meeting lead to something better. Anyway, cheers. eat well, and I guess if you have any questions, you can ask them now. So Talavar just goes, yeah, I have a question. When are you gonna stop talking so we can all eat?
Ew.
Is no one... I can't wait to leave this place. And go back to where I am a great knight.
He had his own little table.
Yes. He's at his own little table, as was promised.
Is he getting drunk?
So Talavar, yeah, he has a full-size cup, and he has been, like, deep in his cups. He also seems exhausted, because he's been, like, flying the entire time. And he's like, I was at the battle of the Unseelie and the Seelie. I was there, you know. I was there. I was there. I was there when you have no idea. And then Titania, she was. You don't even want to know what she said. Oberon is a piece. He's a piece of shit. I don't. I'm gonna get so rewarded for this. Everything's coming up, Sir Talavar.
So I'm trying to write all that down.
Titania.
Yeah.
So anyone else? So yeah. So Agadon just goes. One, they're all gonna start eating your food. All right. Boss, can we keep that one? Because what I'm tasting right now is absolutely blowing me away. And there's just like a chorus of like, oh yeah, and like there's just a bunch of scraping of plates and bowls, and they're drunk and they're happy and they're crying and sad. Like they're very clearly having a good time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Tone, what meat did you put in this? Because it's incredible.
This is a vegetarian dish.
What is that?
It's mushrooms. Have you ever had a mushroom before?
Yeah, I love mushrooms. They go great with all variety of meats.
Yeah, it's mushrooms, okra, watercress.
Sure. And which meat is in here?
No, zero meat.
You didn't kill an animal to put in this?
No.
Oh my god!
Meat.
Like
spinach. There's some spinach.
Vegetario means that you don't put Say again?
Vegetarian.
Vegetarian means that there's no animal in this, and it tastes this good.
I'm speechless.
I could eat a lot of meals vegetarian style.
I think Tone is really emotional that everyone loves this dish, and really happy, but also really sad because he can't taste it.
Yeah.
Oh. Can we see that he's sad?
I mean, are you trying to?
No, I mean, no.
If it's obvious, I would like to pick up on it.
It's
okay. Tone, what's wrong?
I'm just happy that everyone's enjoying dinner. I've never, outside of those tater tots I made you, I don't remember making anyone anything.
Golzog's like a little drunk. You know, normally, when you're happy, the corners of your mouth face the other way than they're facing on your face.
I can't taste this. I wish
What?
I couldn't. I wish I could.
No, you should try. And he tries to give him some.
I can't taste it. I don't know what it tastes like. It doesn't. I don't have the sense of taste.
You mean like that's what you? Oh, buddy. And Golzog like finishes his beer really fast, and then pours more. Like, that's tough. I'm really sorry, Tone.
Well, it's frustrating. It's frustrating because I can't change anything. I'm just doing things from memory. I think I can't create anything new. But
Hey,
I'm
Golzog
so happy
claps
that
him on the shell. Gotta get it back.
Thank you.
You're gonna taste so much stuff.
I'm a little drunk, but I love all of you.
Hey, that could still happen. And then Golzog pours Tone more beer.
I drink it, down it. I down it all the way.
And hey, if you overdo it, you're not gonna taste the other thing.
What?
Nothing.
Agadon kind of awkwardly during this looks at you, Zara. Goes, I do have a question for you.
Yeah.
What did you do to... Like, the cat knows you. How did that happen? Did you make the cat in the mortal worlds? Or something like that? Did you piss it off? Run afoul of the Lollipop Guilds? What?
I have no idea who this cat is, why he's mad at me, who the Lollipop Guild is. I don't know.
Alright. Just, try not to lose your mind going up against them. They're all a little mad, you know. I think I know how to help you. One, because we'll have to discuss how you get stronger, how we all get stronger. And we can't leave, but you might be able to get to the here and there. And it might be someplace that might be good for you all to at least know about a little bit. Don't have many allies there, but they'll like you. As I said, just I grew up hearing stories about the cat, and just I'm sorry. Genuinely, after all the bullshit, I'm sorry. It's not going to be fun. Whatever's happening, it's not going to be pretty. Never is.
Can you tell me anything about the cat and why he might be focused on me?
I don't know. For so long, all he was doing was focusing on finding new people to play with, basically. That's what a lot of them do. A lot of them need someone to play with, or someone to be with. I think once everything went a little wonky, once the Queen of Glass stopped paying attention to him, he started acting more erratic. All she does is fight the Queen of Hearts now.
So, the Queen of Glass was someone he enjoyed spending time with, and then she ignored him, and he's now upset.
Yeah. That's about the size of it.
How do I tag the cat back?
I know a lot of things. I'll be able to tell you a lot of things about my home, and some things about Yon, and about how this place works. But I can tell you this right now. I have no sodden clue. And I think the only person who may know is the Queen herself. We're going to go back up to the top of the tree. And you don't have to have made a decision. We can save it for another time. But have you made a choice?
Do I have any idea whether, like, anyone, like the Feywild or anything, has any opinion on it? I just want to know. Not
yeah.
necessarily.
Well, with your insight check, which was very high, it was 24. You don't feel like there was any judgment or anything like that. It was just that you asked for what you wanted, and you've learned that this place is kind of a place fueled by emotion, and you've done things before that had emotion dealing with it, and that things have... you've heard that places get shaped by emotion, you know? And you had a very strong emotion, and you pleaded with the Feywild. You asked for something, and it responded clearly in a way. But it's still giving you... I think the 24 insight would allow you to... If you were to be able to commune with the Feywild, and you're a druid, you can commune with the wilds. It'd be like... The words you would hear back on the wind would be, "Are you sure?"
No one's ever given me a choice. And I don't know if I've ever even asked for it. But there's something in me that wants to keep protecting my friends. And even if it's something that I know doesn't mean anything, I'll keep being the monarch.
It's in that moment that the wings kind of shoot through you, and you feel a weight kind of settle on top of you, almost like a little cloak, and the crown kind of just floats over onto your head, and you hear like a ding ding, spins, oink, and you just see Ladybug just. As you have chosen once again. Not once again, you have chosen for the first time to be the monarch. And that's where we'll end for this evening. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here for this special episode of PairOfSocks Lost Legal Battles 101. Oh my god. Oh, Ace Attorney, PairOfSocks Lost. Thank you so much, everyone. I had fun. I hope you do too. We are for sure off next week. I don't know about the week after, but we're for sure off next week because a lot of people are very busy because we have some very talented people in our cast. I don't know if you know this, but our cast are very talented and busy people, and they have to do things sometimes.
What's everybody else doing? I'm just Jewish, but
can't a guy lie every so often? Jesus.
So I should have just let you do that. I'm just out of town.
Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Like I said, next week we are off. I will let you know. Watch our socials for when we are going to be fully back. Hopefully we'll be back with everyone, but if not, things happen. We'll continue our adventures now with the rabbits in tow as friends. Sir Talavar. We'll see if he stays along for the ride or goes back home. Things are on the table. Does anyone have anything to plug?
No, I don't deserve to plug after that. I also don't know.
Come to the UCB show if you live at the Send in the Clown show next Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Oh, there we go.
And yeah, and tell someone to take the workshop. That's on Saturday.
Tell someone to take the workshop on Saturday. We're going to be posting those more often. I'm going to get those links so I can, every time you plug it, I'll post that link in the chat. Thank you so much, gang, for being here. It's always nice to have you. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye now. Goodbye. Goodbye.